Fresh Baked, we've got a few interesting news items that have come across the wire the past few days that I thought I would want to share with you. Today, I want to talk to you about an interesting post from the Disney TikTok feed that has people asking if we should expect a major change at Snow White's Enchanted Wish. And then we're going to have more from the Disney TikTok, this time with a peek at the new pet cemetery at the Haunted Mansion. We've also got confirmation from Disney which dining locations at the parks will be added to the mobile order app. And then finally, a few observations from our visit to Universal Studios this past Friday that might interest fans of Disneyland. And we're going to cover all of that next on Fresh Baked. Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to Fresh Baked. Do you follow Disney's TikTok feed? I just started following it myself, and I'm really enjoying it. Recently, we covered their update of the King Arthur carousel. They showed a video of King Arthur's. We put that up on our website. And now they have posted this video from Glenn, who is painting the trim around the entrance to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. It's a lovely little piece, and it made me smile just on those merits alone. But then Glenn says this.
Today I am working on the exit queue of Snow White, which also is the entrance to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique.
Sorry, it's the exit to what now? And I'll tell you this, I wasn't the only one to notice. There's a lot of comments flying around social media, etc. Just look at the views. 3.3 million compared to a couple 100,000 for most of the other TikTok videos. So people want to know what the heck is up with Glenn's comments. Well, first, the more I think about this, the more I'm sure that what is being suggested, whether it's intentional or not, is physically impossible. I think not without a major. The entrance to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is clear on the other side of the building from where the old exit was. You would have to basically demolish the whole building in order to reroute the tracks to make it exit there instead of exiting where it did when the ride went down. So what's Glenn on about then? Well, it's actually quite simple. He's actually right. It is both an entrance to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and an exit to Snow White. Just not for guests. It's not the guest exit. It is a cast member exit. And my bet is that that is the case. He's talking about that cast member exit. So I think it's safe to say that the track will remain as we know it, and we can go back to appreciating Glenn and his loving care of the fine details at the entrance to Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. Okay, up next is another TikTok post from Disney, and this time it's centered around the new pet cemetery that you can find out in front of Haunted Mansion. They teased this in a previous update on the Haunted Mansion over on the Disney Parks blog about a week ago, and this video gives us a much more detailed, a much closer look at what the new pet cemetery is going to look like. And actually, it is quite a bit different than before, so much so that I barely recognized the area, and I think maybe a lot of you did as well, or didn't recognize it, I should say. Some asking in the comments you'll find where they can find this place at the Haunted Mansion. So here's how it looked before. Very green, very full, more ivy and shrubbery than actual foliage, big tree. And then now the landscaping has a noticeably less green palette, more purple and gray, which is definitely in theme with the mansion. And there appears to be more pet statues and tombstones before. Actually, it seems to me like there's more of just about everything. The area looks considerably larger to the eye. And maybe that's why some of us didn't recognize it at first, because maybe it is bigger, and therefore, our memories don't line up with anything like this in that shot. Now, one thing that there is not more of in this case, actually there's less of it, are trees. That tree they removed, it looks like. And as much as I like Disney giving more life, pun intended, to an area like this, I'm always going to be mournful of loss of even a single tree at Disneyland. Any tree, they're all fundamental to the Disneyland aesthetic. So hopefully, maybe they'll find a way, maybe they did already, to put a new tree in there and let it grow over time. Okay, next we have an update on mobile order, which is going to be a key factor of going to Disneyland in the near future and really forever. In fact, if you went to Touch of Disney, you might have noticed that there was only mobile order. You could not pay for anything at the window, nothing. You either ordered it up front through one of the kiosks, or you ordered it through your phone using mobile order. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to be the case at Disneyland, though I don't expect it to be. I do think you're still going to be able to order food at the window, walk up and order from a proper cast member. Namely because not every dining location has mobile order, as far as I can tell. But Disney has confirmed which dining locations have been added, and those include the French Market, the Plaza Inn, Stage Door Cafe, the Little Red Wagon, and Tropical Hideaway. Table service restaurants like Cafe Orleans and River Belle will be reservation only, no mobile order. And it's my understanding that you'll be able to make a reservation for those locations starting April 22nd, which actually turns out to be tomorrow. By the way, Disney has added a new feature, the Mobile Dine Walk-Up List. And we saw this in action at Touch of Disney for Lamplight Lounge. You go in, there's a QR code, you scan it with your phone, and it puts you into, if there's availability, a standby, basically, a standby queue for those restaurants that normally have reservations. And it works a lot like what we saw at Downtown Disney, for Marceline's or, any of the other locations that required you to get on a wait list. So that's good. I mean, it's a lot easier than it was before. You had to stand around before and wait for them to call you. I think they had the little pagers, everybody stayed there. But this gives you the chance to be mobile while you're waiting in that standby queue. And by the way, the following dining locations will not be open on April 30th when the park does, though I expect they will be open not long after. That would be Carnation Cafe, Refreshment Corner, Harbor Galley, Blue Bayou, Royal Street Veranda, Hungry Bear, Oga's Cantina, Docking Bay 7, the Troubadour, Idlewise Snacks, and Alien Pizza Planet. Over at DCA, we've got some other additions to the mobile network. These include the Cappuccino Cart, Cozy Cone Motel, Pacific Wharf, though you place your order through the Cocina Cucamonga queue and then pick it up at Pacific Wharf, and then the Sonoma Terrace. By the way, somebody needs to tell me how that meatball sandwich is at Sonoma Terrace. That's the last thing. Of all the things that I've wanted to try over the years, that's still the last remaining thing that I haven't yet tried at Disneyland is the meatball sandwich at Sonoma Terrace. Finally, if you're looking to enjoy the Craftsman Grill or the Craftsman Bar over at Grand California Hotel, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Those are going to be open, but only to guests at the Grand California Hotel. You have to be staying at the Grand California to dine there. This is not a permanent condition, though. I'm not sure what the reasoning is, but I'm sure as heck is sure that this is not permanent, that it'll be open to regular guests in the near future. And then, once more, these are the dining locations that will not be open on April 30th when the parks do. And that's Schmoozies, Boardwalk Pizza and Pasta, and Paradise Garden Grill. Okay, so finally, we're going to wrap with some observations that I made when we went to Universal on Friday. And there were a couple observations that I made there that may be of interest to Disneyland fans. And for starters, they did not bold, not check my ID at the gate. Not even to make sure that I was the pass holder whose name was on my pass. So they just said, "Are you the guy that's on this ticket?" And I said, "Yes." They said, "Put your finger here." And they scanned my finger, so it's biometric now. No checking of the ID. So that's Magic Mountain and Universal so far. Of the two parks, 2 for 2 that have opened that did not check IDs. Now, there's still no confirmation from Disney about what they're going to be doing, if at all, if they're going to be vetting California residency at all beyond what they've said already, and that is they're going to check the address in the profile of the person who's placing the order on the Disneyland website. That's the extent so far of what they've confirmed of how they'll be vetting residency. Other than that, the app just asks you, are you a resident, or to confirm or to affirm that you are a resident of California, and then everybody in your party is a resident of California. But that's it. They're just taking your word for it. They're going by the honor system, it seems like. I have not seen nor heard anything else that would suggest otherwise, apart from, like third-hand rumors or suggestions, but nothing that's worth reporting on. Now, what Universal did do, though, which I haven't heard of a Disney park doing, and that is sanitizing guests' hands, every guest, before they get on a ride vehicle. I was not expecting that because we've had lots of time at Walt Disney World they've been processing guests there constantly, and I have not heard anything like that at Walt Disney World. So maybe you guys can correct me, but I would have thought I'd heard about that by now. But so yeah, if you just as you're ready to enter your vehicle, they squirt your hand, you just kind of wipe it down real quick, and then you're on your way. So I feel like that's a pretty good idea. It can't hurt. It's barely an inconvenience. And if you happen to have like an allergy or something like that, then you can just let the cast member know that is the case, and I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay, those are our updates for now on the Disneyland Resort. No need to panic about any major changes to the track layout at Snow White's Enchanted Wish. We've got a new pet cemetery to look forward to on April 30th. And we've got new additions to the mobile ordering network around both parks. And we've got another park that did not check IDs at the gate to confirm if we're a California resident. And of course, stay tuned to FreshBaked for more updates as they develop. We are the leading authority on covering Disneyland and keeping you up to date on what's happening. You can follow us on Instagram at _FreshBaked and on Twitter at FreshBaked Disney. That's fresh with no E. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell because we're going to be talking to you just about every single day. So be safe out there, everybody. Be kind to one another. We love you very much. And FreshBaked. This almost feels easy now. Well, that was weird.